Angel, why don't you go on upstairs, try to get some sleep, okay?
I will if you will.
So I think I'm just going to take a little walk.
No, you're not, Caleb. You're not going anywhere.
Angel, I'm just going to go get some air.
No, you're not. You're going to the Lakeview to see Daddy. I saw your face when Dr. Dixon said he'd seen him in the lobby tonight.
Angel, you're making too big of a deal out of this.
Am I? Then tell me why you're carrying a gun.
Because after that guy attacked you in the hayloft, I'm not taking any chances.
You're a poor liar, Caleb.
All right. Okay, I'm going to see Henry, and I'm going to tell him to his face what a pig he is.
Caleb, you can't. Please. If you do, something awful will happen. I know it will. Caleb, don't. I beg you. I beg you.
Angel. All right. Look, here. I'm gonna take the gun, and I'm gonna put it right here, okay? Now, you go on upstairs, you get some sleep, but I am gonna just go and talk to Henry. You can't stop me, all right?
Caleb, I warn you. If you walk out that door, I will turn this gun on myself and pull the trigger. I swear to God I will.
Angel, give me the gun.
Not unless you promise me you won't go anywhere near Daddy.
Angel, why do you still care about him after everything he's done to you?
Promise me, Caleb.
Angel, how long do you intend to live like this? Hiding from him, hiding from the rest of the world?
It's better than living in a world where everyone knows my father was my lover.
Now, don't you use that word. What you had with your father had nothing to do with love. Now, he's not the one you're supposed to be protecting. You should be trying to protect yourself, and the only way to do that is to turn him in. You gotta at least get some counseling so that you can make the right decision. Instead of just choosing because he brainwashed you. Caleb. Angel. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get upset. I just care about you, that's all, okay?
Respect my wishes, and don't go see Daddy tonight. Caleb, promise me!
All right, Angel. I won't. Give me the gun.
No. I'm taking this upstairs with me. I'm keeping it with me tonight. And, Caleb, you remember, my window overlooks the driveway, and if I see your car drive out of here tonight, I won't be alive when you come home. So you better try to get some sleep. Good night.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was.
Oh, well, I don't know. We got home and we got into a long discussion. You know, Franny, one of the things I love most about your father is his real compassion for people. I mean, to deliberately hurt somebody goes against his grain. But it's that same loyalty and sensitivity towards Susan that's keeping us from getting back what we had.
Well, I just put the water on. Who wants some tea?
Not me. I gotta get going.
But I was going to call Emily.
Oh, yeah. That's right. We'll keep till tomorrow.
But it... Wait, okay? I'll be right back.
I guess you're wondering what I'm doing here.
Yeah. Thought did cross my mind, actually.
Well, your mother and I had a long, serious discussion tonight. And she expressed her feelings in a way that she never has before. And that resulted in me wanting to talk to Susan about the whole situation.
1 o'clock in the morning?
I had an emergency, and I decided that this couldn't wait. Look, Andy, I haven't forgotten my promise to you. I'm not going to give up until your mother and I are back together again.
Well, I'm out of here. It's kind of late.
Oh, you don't want any tea?
No, thank you very much. We're driving up to the mountains tomorrow. I gotta get up early.
If I don't see you, have a good trip.
Okay, thanks. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, listen, if you hear anything from Emily, let me know, okay?
Sure, I will. What do you want in your tea?
I don't care for any tea. Thank you.
Our timing leaves a lot to be desired, as usual, huh?
No, it's just my timing tonight. Susan, I had to see you. It was very awkward at the Mona Lisa for all of us.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Oh, yes, it is. I seem to be the one who's insisted that this situation would get easier in time. Obviously, that hasn't happened. I've tried to be completely honest with you ever since that night.
I know you have.
And I hope you'll be able to understand what I'm about to say.
I like dancing, but all that changed the moment I set eyes on Carolyn at the governor's ball. She was an incredible dancer. She was spinning around the floor with dear old Arthur, and before I knew what had possessed me, I cut right in. And the rest is history.
You're so at ease on the dance floor. One might even suspect you've been taking dance lessons.
You don't miss a trick, do you? Well, truth be known, I've had a few, but I look like the kind of girl that loves to dance. You know, I'm sure everybody's watching us out here and going, ooh, there's Carolyn DeWitt. She's so beautiful and lovely on the dance floor. And there's that galloping elephant with her.
Elephants don't gallop. I'm sure they're saying, who is that handsome, debonair elephant who's dancing?
I don't care what they say. I'm not going to get up in front of all those people and dance with you at our wedding.
Our wedding?
Oh, you haven't seen my Fred Astaire move?
Why, you're not rusty at all. You're an absolutely fabulous dancer.
That's only because I have such a beautiful, wonderful partner.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Actually, if the truth be known about it, rock and roll is really more my style. What do you say we hit the cellar later on and do a little boogieing?
Oh, please. You know, I think I'd feel ancient down there. I learned to dance listening to the Rolling Stones.
You're kidding. So did I. Reach some sort of impasse. And whatever obligation Daddy feels towards Susan, you know, there's just a really big difference between obligation and love. You're the one that he loves, Mom. I know that. Good night.
It's not going to be easy to try to avoid each other at the hospital. But it's what we have to do.
When I suggested this myself a few weeks ago, you were adamant that it was not the way to handle the situation. I just want to know what changed your mind. It was Kim, wasn't it?
Yes. But Susan, this is my decision.
Sure. Well, whatever you think is best.
You know I care about you. And that's not something you just forget about. And I am very attracted to you. And understandably, Kim feels that is a threat. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I have said all along that this was the way to handle it, that we should just cut things off, clean and simple. Now, hopefully, John will give me the time off that I've asked for, and I can fly out and see Emily. And that'll make a transition easier. And then when I come back, if we really work at this thing, then we can go for weeks without ever seeing each other.
I never meant to hurt you like this.
Look, don't blame yourself. You're always telling me not to blame myself. Don't you do it. We both let our feelings get out of hand, and we're both paying the price. So, just do what you need to do, and I'm a big girl. I'll be fine, okay?
Okay. I better go.
His car is still there.
Angel.
Oh, good morning, Lily. I was just wondering if it had snowed during the night. It didn't.
I heard you talking to the wee hours of the morning.
Yes, I sat up with Caleb for a while after Iva went to bed last night. He was upset. Well, Andy Dixon had phoned to say that Julie had called Mrs. Mitchell.
Did Julie say where she was?
No. And she's still refusing even to talk to Caleb, so... He's been so supportive of me the last few days, I thought it was the least I could do to try to return the favor.
I'm sure he liked that. But I hope you got some sleep yourself. I know you've been tossing and turning the past couple nights.
Lily,
What?
This is difficult to say. I mean, to put it right. I know that you're genuinely concerned about me.
Yes, I am. And so is everybody else.
I know, and I'm grateful. It's just that, in a way, it makes me feel even more guilty. I know that you and Holden have been waiting so long to be together, and I'm keeping you apart.
Angel, that is a choice that we wanted to make. Because we care about you, and we are going to see you through this.
I just wish there were something I could give you in return.
Well, there is something. You can try to see that everything that has happened to you is not your fault. And that you have just as much right to happiness as Holden or I or anybody else. And I think that the big step in that direction would be to go see a therapist. Well, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, Miss Jameson, I'm hoping that we could sit down today with Barkley and get him up to speed in our European operations this morning, if possible. Well, no, actually, I prefer it if we could do it here in my suite. Of course, just give the operator your name when you call. I'm having my call screened so that I can get some paperwork done here. All right. Connor, I'd appreciate it if Holden didn't know about this meeting. I'll explain when you get here. Very good. I'll see you then.
Holden, I hope that Angel hasn't been telling you any of her little fantasies about my love for her being in any way unnatural.
No, she hasn't been telling me about her little fantasies.
Good.
What she told me was the truth. Only she couldn't bring herself to say the words because she was so humiliated and ashamed ever since she was 11 years old.
Holden, I was afraid that this might be the reason for your sudden hostility towards me. Please, I swear to you that Angel is making all this up. I could never, you know how emotionally unstable.
Yeah, because you made her that way. You got her so scared that she tried to commit suicide last night by taking an overdose of sleeping pills.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. The only reason you're not in jail now is because Angel is my first concern. And she doesn't want me to take you to jail yet. But when she is good and ready, both her and I are going to take you, and we are going to see that you get the punishment that you deserve.
Oh, you're wrong, Holden. Once I get Barkley out of the country, so we can't influence Angel anymore, well, she's going to see the light. I'll make her see that Nobody could love her the way I do. And she'll come back.
And how are you feeling this morning?
Better, much better. And you, you're looking so strong and clear-eyed.
Well, it's amazing what going to bed sober will do for a fella. Where is everybody?
Well, your mama's out in the barn, and everyone else is still getting dressed. I was about to make a big breakfast. Can you two stay?
You bet. But first, I want to go see if Mama needs any help out in the barn.
Well, don't get your suit dirty. Barkley, we've got to talk before the others get down here.
Yes, we do, and you're right. I am feeling stronger and more clear-headed than I have in a long time. Now, I've given it a lot of thought. I'm gonna go see Dad, and I'm gonna tell him I'm not going to England or any other place he wants to send me. I'm gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna start therapy, and I certainly hope that you'll...
Barkley, you can't. If you don't do as Daddy says, he'll send you to prison.
No, I think that Holden's been right from the start. If I threaten to expose the truth and convince him that I'm...
You can't let the truth come out.
Angel, trust me, it's never gonna get that far. I'm positive Dad's gonna back down, especially once I tell him that I know about the baby.
Barkley, you shouldn't try to take revenge.
I'm not doing this for revenge, Angel. I'm doing it for you.
Right, then you listen to me. You were right about Caleb. The minute he found out that Daddy was at the Lakeview last night, he was all set to go to town and confront him, and he had a gun, Barkley. It was all I could do to keep him here. So if you want to help me, you go see Daddy and warn him to get out of town before Caleb finds him. Good morning, Caleb.
Morning. Barkley, you sleep comfortable at Carol's.
Like a baby.
Oh, here, let me do that. I'm gonna fix a nice big breakfast. Are you going to stay?
Is Holden coming?
Yes.
Forget it.
Caleb, I'm awfully glad you didn't go to see Daddy last night.
Well, you asked me not to.
Well, now that you've had time to think about it, don't you see that it would really be pointless to...
Morning, Caleb.
I'll be in the barn.
Some coffee.
Good morning, Barkley. Hi. Ivan wants coffee.
Oh, well, let me take it up to her. I need to talk to her anyway, and then I promise I'm going to come right back down and fix a nice big breakfast for everyone.
Well, I guess she's feeling better this morning.
Sure looks that way. I think Barkley's feeling a lot better today, too. Tell her what you decided.
Well, I'm gonna go see Dad, and I'm gonna tell him that if he threatens to send me off anywhere or goes near Angel again, then I'm gonna go to the authorities and turn him in.
Good for you.
Let's just hope that Henry believes it this time. But even if he does, it's still not going to solve our major problem, which is convincing Angel to start seeing Dr. Michaels.
I know, but I hope that once she sees that I'm in therapy and that it's helping me, that she'll be less afraid. And I'm afraid it could be weeks or even months before she gets up the courage to go herself.
Well, yes, of course I still want my call screened. The only people I want you to put through are my son, Barkley, and a Miss Connor Jameson. No one else. Thank you.
I've read everything I can get my hands on about this sickness of yours, but I still can't understand why you've done this to Angel. Why, Dad? Why?
I can't believe you're missing out on this freshman mixer. There's a bunch of young and willing gals waiting down in the auditorium just ripe for the picking, and you'd rather study?
I've got responsibilities, Fred. I've got to be ready to take over the family business. I don't have time to waste on dances.
All work and no play, Lang.
My mother sacrificed a great deal for me to come to this school.
As I'm sure she reminds you when she telephones you every single day.
All the same, I'm not about to disappoint her.
I don't think your mother expects you to be a hermit, Henry. All right, tell you what. Linda's bringing a girlfriend with her tonight. Says she's a real doll. You stay here during the dance and study, and when it's over, I'll sneak the girls back up here, and we can have a real party.
Are you crazy? If we're caught, we'll be expelled.
You know what they say, you're only young once. All right, suit yourself, but I'm gonna go have myself some fun. You've got a visitor.
Mother, what are you doing here?
It's Parents' Weekend, darling.
I know, but we agreed you weren't going to come down because I have such a heavy class load this term.
I just got to missing you so desperately. After all, it's been almost a month since I've seen you. Oh, you're looking very handsome, Henry. Now, I want you to put on a suit and tie because I've made reservations for us for dinner at the hotel.
I really can't, Mother. I have 2 exams on Monday I have to study for. I'm not even going to the freshman mixer tonight because...
Well, I should hope not. Oh, those common types who attend those sorts of dances are hardly fit companions for a young man with your advantages.
It doesn't matter, Mother. Dance or not, I still have to study.
Well, you have all weekend to study. I'm just here for the night. Now, come on. Get your jacket and go back to the hotel. I've taken a suite so we can be together. You know how much this means to me, Henry. I have been so lonely without you. Dear, sweet Henry, remember, no one's ever going to love you more than I do. You're my own flesh and blood.
Talk to you first. I saw Susan last night. Did Andy tell you he was there when I arrived?
No, he didn't say anything.
Well, anyway, after the discussion that you and I had, I went and told Susan that I thought it would be best if we avoided each other as much as possible in the future. Isn't that the choice you wanted me to make?
Yes, but...
But what?
It's just that you look so miserable. I mean, I can see you're not very happy about it. Are you?
All right, what's so all fired urgent? It couldn't wait till later. I told you Connor couldn't brief us on the London operation until later.
I'm not going to London or anywhere else, Dad. I'm staying right here.
Oh, damn it, Angel, where'd you put it?